Hey, welcome back everybody. In today's video, we're going to see if we can get this old combine caboose car put together. It's from Northeastern scale models. It says mostly all here, it looks like. It's missing the truck and wheels, but I'm sure I've got some around here somewhere. So we'll get started on this. All right, we got it on the workbench here. Let's take a look at it. I took the roof off of it already and the glass out of it a while back because when I got this, it was the roof, I think, is on backwards. I think it should go this direction. So according to the directions that I found online, this is how they're supposed to go. So I went ahead and took it off a while back and pulled all the plastic glass out of it because I think I'm going to repaint this and give it a clear coat and stuff. Somebody has just used like craft paints on it, but it doesn't have a clear coat or anything on it, so it'll get dirty or stained easy, you know, from fingerprints or. And then when trying to put decals on it, helps it out when it's cleared. So probably just do some basic colors like the black roof. I like the yellow or whatever on the sides. I may change that. Maybe do a probably yellow again, but give it a clear coat or something. And I've got a bunch of decal sets in there. I don't know what would be a good road name for this. I was thinking maybe I'll just pull out some Union Pacific decals since I have a whole bunch of Union Pacific decals, and maybe put some of them on here. I'm not sure. I may just go ahead and paint it and do it for the PTS in Ohio. Yeah, I might just do that. So it'd be black top, maybe some blue, some white or something. I don't know. So, like I said, I think all the parts are in here, and if it's missing anything, I'm sure I could make it really easy. Because it looks like it's just strips of wood, some metal handrails and stuff like that. There's some ladders in here. Should be a ladder on both ends of this, I believe, according to the directions. And one thing I don't like is these rods here. They're made out of like 100-pound fishing line. So they move, and I'll come off those really. I'll probably cut those out and make metal ones and glue them in. That way I think it'll look better. And it's missing the wheels in the trucks. So I found some that I'm going to use, I think, just off this old River Rossi tender I had. So it's got electrical pickup wheels. So you know what I'm thinking. We might put some lights in it. One of them stay alive things in there, and add some lights to it maybe. So I think that's what we'll do. Try to make it kind of nice. Like I said, this is a pretty cool looking kit. Not really ever seen one until I seen this at the train show. I seen one about a year or two at the train show, one of the train shows, and I think my buddy bought it, and I was like, "Man, that's pretty awesome. I gotta get me one of these days." I'd never seen another one. And then when I seen this one at the show, I was like, "Yeah, I think I'll grab that." And I knew it was missing some stuff. I figured I could go ahead and probably get some trucks and wheels for it, no problem, and hopefully get this finished up. But whoever did build this did a pretty good job, it looks like. There's no glue marks or nothing like that on it. The paint looks pretty good, and it looks old time, which is cool. Like I said, I want to give it a clear coat. That way, you know, grease on your fingers if you're eating pizza or something while you're running your trains, you don't want to get it on there and stain it or nothing, you know, and the clear coat will help it from not getting the paint stained and dirty and stuff. So plus make decaling a lot better. So I'm gonna It comes apart pretty easy. So put that roof back on there. I'll probably go ahead and paint, probably put it all together so the roof will come off and on, I think. That way I can get it all painted and cleared and stuff, and then I'll put the glass back in it and the lighting system in it. And then I can just glue the top back on then, maybe. Just a couple little drops on it here somewhere. That way I can take it off if I ever need to get into it. Which hopefully I won't have to. So maybe I can find some people and put in it, or it'd be cool to have some chairs and stuff like that in there. I don't know, some seating. I'll have to look around and see what all kind of parts I got. I could maybe add some cool stuff to it, but I'm not sure. So I'll get started on this and show you the progress. It's the progress we've been making on this. I haven't made too much. So the roof, that's how it's going to be. Those top windows line up with the bottom windows. So it'll have a little bit of overhang on the back, or on the front. That's the front side. And a little bit of overhang on the front, or on the back. And I'm going to cut those trim pieces at an angle, like I did these ones up here. So they come right to the edge, just about right there on the roof. And I'll do the same up here on these. And I built these up here on the walkway platform. It's like how these are. I kind of matched up and made some more. So I got to sand just these a little bit smoother. Let them dry good. They've been drying real good for a while. I just use Elmer's school glue to glue this wood together. You can use, I would recommend using like Elmer's wood glue or Tide Bond. Would be better, but it's all over the shop and I don't feel like going over getting it. So I just had to glue these up. That was it. So it's no big deal. Everything else is already built, thank God. I'm sure these models take a good while to build. So I got these metal lead or whatever die cast walkways with the steps on, and I had to mix up a little epoxy to glue those to the wooden platforms, and it seemed to work pretty good. And I painted this side already just to see what it looked like. I used Admiral Blue, just a good old high quality cheap craft paint that I always use. I just brushed it. Then I'm gonna paint the tops black, the cupola, paint the sides blue with black roof. So, and solid wood roof, kinda. Yeah, it's pretty much solid wood. This is a complete wood model, except for some of the accessories that go on our die cast. So, but I originally was going to paint like the sides white with like a blue trim. But when I was painting the white on the wood siding, they just looked like crap. I just didn't look good, I didn't think. So I just painted the whole thing that Admiral Blue. And that looks 10 times better. So I think that's what we're going to do. Just paint it all blue. Except for I'll paint the underside black. And then I took the fishing line off there, and I'm going to make metal ones. And I'm going to put a Stay Alive lighting system in it with probably a couple of LEDs in it. So I'll probably just add some people. So I was seeing if I could find some stuff to put in there. I really ain't found anything yet. So that's what I got accomplished so far. So I'm going to finish painting this thing. Give it a coat of clear. Same with the roof and all that. And then, yeah, start putting it together. All right, here's what I've got accomplished so far. Got it all painted. The Admiral Blue, black on the inside and the floors, black on the bottom, on the steps and everything. Roof's all painted black. So, except for the blue around the ends there. So, this is all done. Still got to clear it and stuff, and then decal it and all that good stuff. So I was going to use those trucks that came off that River Aussie tender. They wasn't going to fit very good, so I ended up going to a different style. I got River Rossi passenger car trucks. So, and then I had to figure out how to mount these. And I got these little bolts here, epoxied into place. So what I did was, instead of drilling a hole and having the head on one side and it just wouldn't look good, I just drilled down far enough where that head would be flush with the frame. So it wasn't very much. And then took my epoxy over there, mixed it up, and epoxied them into place and let them dry all night and got them nice and straight. Made sure they're nice and straight before they dried. So, and then these, I filed these tops here nice and smooth. And I'll put a washer on here and then put these on. So I think they look a little better. And then put the nut on. And I'll get them tightened down and about where I want them. And then probably put a drop of super glue on the nut and the screw. That way they don't come loose. So I'm try to do electrical pickup on these wheels, on these trucks, so I can have some lighting in there. So I got to find some more wheels. See what I got laying around here. But I'm going to put Stay Alive system up here in the front, or up here in this section, because then you won't be able to see it so much through the windows. Probably run an LED or so, do an end of the train LED if I can, or something. See if I got some lamp posts or something. I don't know. Try to do something different up here. See what I got laying around in here. But now I have to run the wires in. I'll probably run the wires along the bottom and up through the side over here somewhere. That way they ain't, coming in and like that. So I'll run them up along the bottom, paint them black, glue them in or something. That way they're nice, you won't see them. And then I still got to put those cable things in where that fishing line was. So I'll use some floral wire over there I got. That should be about the right size and be easy to do. So I think with those trucks on there, that'll give me the right heightness I want for my couplers to be. Once I mount the couplers in and my coupler gauge over there, should be right in the neighborhood. I won't have to do much adjusting. So, but we'll get back on it here and get these trucks put on and everything else. All right, here's the update of what I've got done. Let's see here. I had a bunch of detail to it. So, like brass handrails on the side of that door there. And little brass rails right there. And got the chain on there. Figure I'd add some handrails to the front for the stairs, for the steps. Got those in there. Got the brake wheel on there. So I think it looks a little better with some of the details on it. Got the grabs there. Then on the back, grabs on each end. And got the trucks mounted. And I put little pieces of little strips in here, little brass rod to rub the wheels for electrical pickup on each one of them. So, and then where that fishing line stuff was, I added some floral wire, I think is what it's called. So it's kind of hard to see, but I got it in there. So I think what I gotta do now is I'm gonna have to add some weight to this. I think this thing is pretty light, so I might add some weight to it. So I'll probably just get some of that sticky back weights I got over there that are 1/4 ounce each, put some in the top here so you won't see them. And see, I still got to make my Stay Alive circuit, add a couple LEDs, but first I gotta I want to paint like all these handrails and stuff like that. I'm not going to paint the chain. I'm going to leave it the metal color. That way It'll probably look better. I'm gonna paint the handrails, probably um, white or something, or paint them blue, then paint them white. And then got drilled out for the one ladder that's gonna go to the roof. And I guess I got to make walkways on this roof. I seen in the original directions got walkways. So I'll probably put the ladders on last because I'm gonna have to clear this stuff here. As soon as I get these handrails and stuff done, I gotta clear it all, then decal it, and then clear it again, and then put a coat of clear on the roof, and then put the lighting system in with the windows, and put the roof back on, and put a little bit of glue on it to hold it in place. So do some more work to it. All right, I got this thing all finished now. Decaled, all lighting installed, and everything else, the windows, some details. So got all the hand grabs painted, all decaled, windows installed, the Stay Alive lighting system installed with LEDs. So the Stay Alive is behind in this area inside the car, and then I got a 5mm LED running to about this area to light up the back area, and then I got a LED bulb inside the top here to light up that, and then one like a back porch light. Let's see if we can see it. It's behind that ladder hanging from the roof. It's just a small LED bulb with a flat bottom instead of curved like most of the others, and glued it up in there, and like a back porch light or something, kind of light up this area so people come out, they can walk around and see what they're doing. I was going to originally put an end of train light, that real bright thing, but it's like, nah, let's do that. It would be cool, I think. Got the ladders built and put on, and those came with the kit. Just had to cut them and bend them and stuff, and then added people to it, to the platform area. So, and then there's the name of the car. It's Nancy. It's in gold lettering, and it's PTS and Ohio Railroad. So, and then I built the walkways, glued them on, and then had to do a lot of work to the ends of the walkways, fill them in and all that, and to make them look pretty good, I think. So I had to cut pieces, glue in, let it dry, put some putty on it, sand it, make it smooth and all that. So it took some time. I got some time in this car. This old train car has a lot of time in it. So I didn't put no people inside, just some out here on the platform. And I added weight to it too. I put it in this area on the floor, and then put my Stay Alive on top of it with a piece of two-sided tape to hold that in place. And then, like I said, I ran one LED out here, one to the top there, and that one back porch light. And where that fishing line was down there on the bottom, I ended up using that floral wire, a bunch of that. It's about the right size of material I needed. So bent those, put them in, glued them in, and painted them and all that. And then we got the electrical system hooked up to the trucks. Just my normal piece of styrene pipe, small, with a piece of brass wire running through it, glued in place, and then glued to the trucks, and then soldered a wire to the piece of the brass that runs underneath, and you can see it running between the frame rails, and then drilled a hole to go inside, and they go in there. So this one picks up on this side, and the other side here on this truck. So, and then got my nuts on there to hold them in place, and this one's a little tighter, but, and then I had to glue in my boxes for the couplers. So this is one of the most difficult well, not difficult, but time consuming builds I've done. Probably more time in this than some of the locomotives I've built. It's just, I don't know. Everything's weird about this one. You know, have to make the mounts for the trucks, and then the detail parts that come with it are just so big and bulky. They don't even look right. So I had to use my brass wire and added them, added handrails to it to make it look a little better. And the ladders didn't look too bad, but still I had to cut them to the size I needed and bend them and all that. And I had to replace this top. The original top ended up getting a crack in it, and it was made out of wood. So I guess from having that radius bent to it, finally cracked and didn't look good. So I ripped it off and put a piece of cardstock on it, cut it to size, glued it down, painted it. But for what it is, I think it turned out pretty nice. The people up here. So now we're going to take it over to the layout, and we'll run around a few times, see how the lighting looks and all that. They don't roll too bad. Like I said, I had to weight to it. It's in there underneath the lighting system. I put about 1 ounce of weight into it, and then put the Stay Alive on top of the weights with some of that double-sided tape. So you really can't see it. But if you're going to build one of these kits, they're Northeastern scale models kits. They make a bunch of different things. This was mostly put together when I got it, but I had to do a lot of modifications to it and to make it look halfway decent, and a lot of work into one of these. They are pretty nice, but a lot of work into them. So if you're looking for something that requires a good deal of work, I would say stay away from these kits. I came across another one of these the other day, and it actually was like the diner car, if I remember right. And I thought that'd be cool to put with this one. But then I was like, man, it took so long to build this. I'm not even messing with that. So I'm going to get a couple more passenger cars and add with this. But I'll probably just get like some plastic ones or something. They're so much simpler. So, but we'll take it over there and run around a few times and see how it works. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video on the Northeastern Scale Models combined caboose kit. It's a old wood kit. Took me a good while to put together too, or to finish up, I should say. About 3 weeks. So they're still around today. I think they're named Northeastern Scale Lumber now. But I'm not sure when they offered these kits. I'd say this one was probably from the 70s or something. Pretty nice kit once you add some details and stuff to it. So it just took me a good while to build. And if you're just wanting to build one, just, it's going to take you a good while to build it, probably. They're pretty simple, but it just takes a little bit of time. So, but everything turned out really nice. I thought the lights and everything, and added the people to it and details, and it got to look a lot better than it probably should have. So, but I hope you all enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.